All right.
Alrighty.
Good afternoon, everyone. How are we doing today? How are
Hello,
you,
hello,
Caesar?
hello, everyone. I'm all right. I'm all right. I'm hanging in there. Just had lunch a little while ago.
Very
How about you?
nice. What did you have for lunch?
Ooh, I had some gnocchi filled with speck and cheese with
Ooh,
this like truffle and mushroom sauce on them. So
oh
good.
my God.
Yeah, it was amazing.
That sounds
How
that
about you?
sounds
What do you have?
very I actually haven't had lunch yet because
Oh no.
yeah, I woke up a bit later today, so I've had breakfast and I'm having lunch after
Ah,
this.
gotcha. Very
But
nice.
yours sounds very luxurious.
Yeah, I mean, it was all from the supermarket, but
Sounds
still,
like
it was
a
really,
sounds
really
like a
good.
really Yeah, but still, like you said, it still sounds good to me.
Yeah, no,
All
it
right,
was. Alrighty.
excellent. Okay, guys. So, Caesar, this is the first time you and I have done a webinar together.
I know. I feel like it's been, years since we saw each other.
It has. It's a long time coming, though. You and I together.
Yeah, for sure.
Dream team, man. Dream team.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, yeah, guys.
I love the title of this focus, though. I mean, it feels like things are gonna get a little heated today.
Yeah, exactly. So, those of you who are watching now or later may have noticed that this title is what we call in English, we say is a play on words. Okay.
Yeah.
It basically what we mean here is that this title can have two different meanings. Caesar, do you want to explain what it is that you meant by the title of this language being a bit heated?
Yeah. So, normally in English, when we say colorful language, this means that it's usually we call them, cuss words where I'm from, or curse words, or swear words,
Swear words, I would say, yeah.
profanity. We can also say bad words. So normally we say that this is colorful language. We can also say, for example, excuse my French.
Yeah. Yeah, or in English, sometimes, I don't know if in America, but in the
Yeah.
UK, sometimes you talk about blue language.
Oh, really?
Yeah, if you say in English that, for example, she turned the air blue, it means that she said a lot of bad words.
Ah, wow. If I had heard that, without you explaining it, I would have thought that, it meant like sad, because I'm
Right,
feeling blue.
yeah. Yeah, no, it's because in the UK, and I think in quite a few countries, for example,
Yeah.
um, when they would show this is a long time ago, this is like 100 years ago, but
Okay.
when they would show adult films, okay, like pornographic films, they would
Yeah.
be filmed on cheap blue camera roll. So the idea was that
Ah.
blue meant adult, blue meant for adults, or
Oh, wow.
only, for
Okay, so kind of
example.
like R-rated, what we would, think of
Exactly.
as R-rated now.
Exactly. It's like why in Italy they use giallo to say thriller, because those books were printed on yellow paper originally.
Ah, is that why?
Yeah, it was cheap yellow paper. That was the color, and the thrillers, these mass-produced pulp fiction thrillers
Yeah.
were printed on this yellow paper, and that's why they called them yellow.
Ah, wow. See, I always learn something with you.
Yeah, but Caesar, you forget, right? My dad's a journalist, so I just know how to
Ah,
say
yeah, that's
something with
true.
authority. So you don't know if I'm
Yeah.
telling the truth, but I'll always say it in an authoritative way.
Yeah, of course.
So, guys, Caesar and I are going to be with you for the next 50 minutes or so. Um, you'll have noticed we've turned our cameras off just because of some connection problems we've been having.
Yeah.
Um,
In fact, in the last webinar with Sean, at one point everything just stopped and the stream itself just disappeared completely, like it as if
oh
it
my
had
God.
never been there. It was weird.
Okay, well, fingers crossed that we don't have that today.
Yeah. Oh, Tatiana, welcome.
Okay, very good. So yeah, guys, tell us your name and where you're from. We really want to know. And hello, Florian from Lyon.
Oh, everybody from Lyon.
Oh, very nice.
Bienvenue, bienvenue.
Bienvenue, bonjour. Oh, fantastic. Okay, Tatiana's asking, could you please write all these expressions? I think so. She means about, Tatiana, do you mean about the colorful language? Like, for example,
Yeah, I think the expressions that we mentioned. So we mentioned, for example, yeah, to turn the air blue, to swear a
yeah,
lot. What else did we say?
we said, Caesar, you had the kind of American English way to talk about bad words. So you said
Yeah,
curse, for example.
exactly. So this one is kind of a regional thing. So where in the north they say curse words, and in the south we say cuss words. So I'm from Florida originally, and yeah, so in the south we generally say cuss words. I believe that it comes from curse, probably a mispronunciation of curse, but over time it just became the actual word that we use. We say
And
cuss words.
and Caesar, these are nouns and verbs, aren't they? You know, like to
Yes,
curse, curse word, to cuss
exactly.
words. Right.
Exactly.
Cool.
So
Because
cuss
I'll
words,
just,
to cuss.
if I
And this
just
is
put it,
southern US.
yeah, okay, like
Curse.
that. So
Oh, are you reading it?
I am, yeah. Well, I
Okay,
hope
okay.
this is a good, yeah, if I just put it up like that, maybe I hope that's clear.
Perfect. Yeah. Yeah, no, my my thing is a little bit slow when I try and type. Take care of that if you want to.
Sure. Yeah, absolutely. Deborah, hello. I'm Deborah from Milan. Hello, Deborah.
Oh,
Nice to
welcome,
have you with us
Deborah.
today. Deborah Lowe, Deborah Basso. I like that.
Yes. Deborah's not high, she's low.
And
Hit him high, hit him low.
sweet low, sweet chariot. Okay, guys. Let me just introduce myself because Caesar saying that he's from Florida reminded me. I should just quickly say that my name's Liam. I'm 30 years old and I come from Manchester in the United Kingdom. Okay, so you've got yourselves, because Caesar's from Florida, you guys have got yourselves an Anglo-American contribution today.
And I'll write my little description into since they can't see us, so hold on a second. Okay, here we go.
So yeah, Caesar, 26, from Oviedo, Florida. Yeah, only one part of that is a lie, but you have to guess which part.
Yeah, I'm not 26. I'll tell you that much.
Right. Okay.
Kidding, of course.
So yeah, guys, as you join, if you join us later, just let us know because we always like to know where everyone's from. And I love that we've got people from France and from Italy. This is great.
Right?
Really cool.
International audience here.
Totally. We're Instagrammers in the making, YouTubers, influencers, whatever they call them.
Yeah. Whatever the crazy kids call us these days. How attractive. Yes.
Very good. Tatiana Panova. Very nice. All right, guys. So, colorful language. As we said, it's a play on words because we are not going to be talking about bad words and swearing. Okay. But we're going to be talking about language of color. Okay. The language of color. And our objectives in this focus activity that you can see are common color idioms, guessing the meanings of expressions, practicing using new expressions, and if we have time, but I probably don't think we'll get to this part, creating a color scheme for a building.
Yeah, we'll see about that.
Yeah, but this is good because you know what, Caesar, when I think about it, talking about color and the role of color in culture, it's good to have people from different countries because we know from our time in the school, we have students from other countries who say, in my country, this color represents one thing, but in another country, it's another, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, it's really good. These things are subjective.
Absolutely. As we say, beauty is in the eye of the beholder, and so are colors.
Absolutely. Okay, so guys, we want you to please just contribute and answer any of these questions. Okay. So the for example, first one here. Okay. So for you guys, what is your favorite color?
Yeah. Or favorite colors if you have more than one.
Absolutely. Yeah. Okay. Caesar, what's your favorite color?
My favorite color is black, like my soul.
Oh,
What about yours?
such a bad idea putting us together. Okay. Is that actually your favorite color?
It actually is, but not because of my soul, though.
Okay, so Caesar's
It's
favorite
just a
color.
coincidence.
Okay, but why is black your favorite color though?
I don't know. Before my favorite color used to be purple, but then
Okay,
I just went black, and you know what they say: once you go black, you never go back, and
there you go.
it's been that way ever since.
I think my favorite color is probably blue, but kind of I would say dark blue.
Dark blue.
So yeah,
Okay.
like sometimes we say in English navy blue. Okay.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, in English, if you say navy blue, you mean like a very dark blue color. I
Exactly.
would
Like
say,
the gap, right?
yeah, exactly. Yeah. But I also, at the same time, I really love what sometimes is known, and to Italians, this could be familiar,
Yeah.
as azure blue, okay, which is light blue,
Ah.
like maybe the color of the Mediterranean, for example.
Yeah.
Because I mean, not super common to say azure blue. That's not very common anymore.
Yeah.
Azure blue, it's probably not as
In fact, I've
common,
never
but
heard of that before.
yeah, it's really not very common. But I like it.
Yeah.
Okay, Elenia says my favorite color is yellow. Florian says I love the green color. Okay, Florian, you can just say I love green.
Yeah.
I think.
Or we can also say I love the color green, but not the
Oh
green
yes,
color.
yes, absolutely. Oh, and Tatiana, she agrees with me. Navy blue,
Fantastic.
my favorite color. And Deborah says my favorite color is red.
Ooh,
Okay.
I like red too. Red is an intense color. I like it too.
I do, because it's also it's the color of my favorite football team in England, Manchester United.
There you go.
And our bitter rivals, our rivals from the same city, Manchester City, they play in blue.
Yeah. Of course. Red versus blue.
Exactly. Tatiana says the blue color, she's answering actually, I think, question 3. She's jumped right ahead. Blue color suits me because my eyes are blue. Okay.
Very nice.
Very
And just
nice.
again, no need for color. You can just say blue suits me. You
Yeah.
can say blue directly.
Yeah, you can just say, you don't need to specify, because we know in this context that we mean the color blue.
Exactly.
Okay. What colors are in fashion at the moment? Maybe I'm the wrong person to ask this, because I'm
Yeah.
not. I don't
I'm even
know.
worse.
Yeah, I mean, guys, you tell us, right, Caesar?
Yeah, exactly. I mean,
Uh,
I want to say like black. I feel like black is like an evergreen color, right?
yes, I think black is permanently in fashion, isn't it?
Exactly. And then you have orange, which is apparently the new black.
Very good. Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. If you've seen Tiago's apartment, you'll know that's true.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Is
he's
his
got like
apartment orange?
he's got bright orange everything.
Oh, wow.
I
Like in Puerto Rico, houses are normally, I mean, not just in Puerto Rico, but I think in Latin countries, especially like, Spanish speaking countries, like we have a lot of bright colors. All the houses are like bright yellow, bright red, bright orange.
that's interesting. Is that a cultural thing?
I think so. Yeah, like for example, one of the most famous places in Puerto Rico, in San Juan, which is the capital, we have like
Uh-huh.
old San Juan, and basically all of the houses there are all super super bright colors, and it's in fact a famous tourist attraction, to
Do you know
go visit
what?
that area.
Do you know what? I think I've seen
Yeah,
pictures of that. I think I know what you mean.
yeah, yeah. It's one of the most famous places in Puerto Rico.
Oh, very good. I've just written. I'm just writing something here because Tatiana has said, "I don't really like yellow because it makes my skin pale," and that's really good, Tatiana. Pale, and there's an expression we can use in English, which is this: when something makes your skin pale, you can say this.
I
Okay,
washes you out.
it washes me out.
Huh.
Okay, and this is to say that it makes you very pale. It accentuates how light your skin is, for example.
Yeah.
You say it washes me out.
All right. And Florian here, ha ha ha. The black and white aren't colors. Oh, so just one little thing here, Florian. So black and white are in colors. So not the black or the white, but we can say just black and white, just like
Yeah, we don't need
Michael Jackson, you know.
exactly. Yeah, we don't need the article.
And I meant Michael Jackson, like the song, not his skin. Just
Yeah, which by the
to
way,
clarify that.
that's probably my favorite Michael Jackson song.
Oh yeah, that's a classic. Yeah.
That's a
It
brilliant
don't
song.
matter if you're black or white. Dun, 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 dun,
I'll just leave you with that one, guys.
dun.
Okay, guys, but my question here, though, just before we keep going, what does it mean in that third question when we say something suits you,
Mm.
right? Because Tatiana answered the question, so maybe Tatiana's going to tell us, but how would you explain that to someone? If you say that something suits you, so it could be hair, it could be a color, it could be an item of clothing, but what does it mean if we say that it suits you?
Yeah. I think it suits you. We could also say it makes you. Exactly. Fantastic, Tatiana. It looks good on you.
Excellent, Tatiana. Beautiful example. Really good explanation.
It looks good on you.
It looks good on you. And I like the use of the third person.
Exactly.
Okay, fourth one. What colors have
Oh,
a
real quick,
special
Florian here, he says they are grades, like the movie. I think here he means
about black and
shades.
white? Shades.
Yeah. So
Because he
remember,
means
for colors, we have different shades or hues, which are different kind of levels of the color. We can have light green, light blue, dark blue. We can have 50 shades of gray, like the movie. So we call these shades.
and also, yeah, hue. Great word. A hue is a really good one.
Yeah.
All right. Colors that have a special meaning in your country. Okay, so this is kind of culturally specific. So I think, for example, for both Caesar and I, being from the United States and the United Kingdom, Caesar, if you think of red, white, and blue, would be
Yes.
because of our flags, for
Mm-hmm.
example. The British and American flags in particular have become almost like fashion items, haven't they?
It's true. It's true. And it's funny because, I mean, even in the United States, you might see people wearing, red, white, and blue or, flag, patterned clothing, but
Yeah.
not as much as, outside of the US. I feel like more non-Americans tend to wear that kind of stuff more than Americans actually do.
Yeah, like especially for example, Caesar here in Milan.
Yeah.
I see. Do you feel like you see a lot of, for example, the Converse sneakers with the American flag on them,
Oh
or
yeah, exactly. Or like backpacks,
yeah, the bags
bags.
with the British flag on them?
Exactly.
Tatiana's got a question. Tatiana says, "Color with a U or color without a U?"
Ooh, good question.
Good question, Tatiana. And you've got a perfect example of the difference in your two teachers.
Exactly. So I would say without the U.
And I would say it with the U.
Exactly. I love French, but exactly, Antonio.
Very good.
Exactly.
Thank you, Antonio. That's right. Color with the U, Tatiana, is because of our, our historical relationship with you guys, with the French,
Yeah, exactly.
basically. A lot of our spelling of words is from the French spelling, whereas the Americans went for the, I guess, the more phonetic spelling.
Exactly.
All right. Deborah says, in Italy, for example, yellow is usually related to jealousy,
Ah, that's interesting.
which is very interesting. And Ilenia says, in my country, green is associated. So Ilenia is associated with.
Yeah.
And again here, green associated with. Yeah, associated with. Well, that's really interesting because in kind of Anglo-American culture, green is jealousy for us.
Exactly. In fact, we say the green-eyed monster.
We do, exactly. Yeah. For us, in the kind of English-speaking world, if you say, for example, we can say he was green with envy, for example.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Or he became a green-eyed monster.
Yeah, these are all expressions that we use when we talk about jealousy. Green with envy, the green-eyed monster. If any of you have read Othello by Shakespeare, that's where this comes from.
I love
What else?
Shakespeare.
What else? Let's see. We got things like, yeah, I mean, okay, white is for weddings, black is for funerals. That's also true in, I think, many Western countries.
Exactly. And why? What do these mean? What does white mean?
Well, white, I guess, for purity.
Yeah.
And yeah, and Elenia's just Elenia and I just at the same time had the same thought. Very good. Yeah, red,
romance.
love, romance, for example. I'm trying to think of any other particular color associations. Oh, I know another
Blue and
one.
sadness.
Blue and sadness, yeah. There's also, and maybe this is more of a European thing, but purple is associated with royalty.
No, but even in the US, I think so too. And the
Okay.
other day, I actually came across this post on Facebook that explained why.
Yeah, this idea that purple represents wealth, the aristocracy, royalty, for example.
Yeah, and basically it comes from, I don't remember exactly where it said it came from, but it was one of the hardest colors to extract.
Indigo, right?
Back in the day. Yeah. So,
yeah, and it was very
just the fact that they
expensive.
were able to get it. Exactly. But I don't remember. Was it from indigo?
I think it was either India or Indonesia.
Okay.
So yeah, like you say, I think it was expensive, far away, and difficult to extract.
Exactly.
Awesome. Florian, just be careful because even though English has a lot in common with French, we do spell some things a little differently.
Yeah.
Blue.
So not bleu, but blue.
Blue. Ah, that's interesting. Florian says blue is associated with truth.
Hmm.
And Antonio
I love his
says,
premise. I'm not a color expert.
but I think the blue is associated. So again, in English, guys, associated with.
Exactly.
Calm. Yeah, and I think did someone else say that before maybe and we just
Yeah, I
missed
think
it?
so, yeah.
Someone I think talked about blue being about calm and tranquility, maybe.
Yeah.
But yeah, Tatiana's saying serenity. Yeah, exactly. Tranquility, serenity, calm. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, I think
Very
the
good.
most
All right.
common word we would use in this case would probably be tranquility.
Yeah. All right, guys. So now, what we're talking about here is what mood, okay, what mood do different colors represent?
So we mentioned a couple of them.
Yeah, we talked about them before, but what can you, and again, guys, these might be different in your country.
Exactly. What about pink? This one we haven't talked about yet.
No, we haven't. I think pink, I think of a baby.
Yeah, exactly.
But for a
Yeah.
mood, I would say happy.
Yeah, like
Because, and
tickle me
again,
pink.
yeah, well, I think that's one of the idioms that we're going to be looking at. I think it comes up later. Is exactly tickle pink. But yeah, I would. So guys, just let us know if you just type the color, and in fact, what I'll do is I'll just show. Okay, so these are some idioms that we can use with these colors. So maybe this will help you. But what do they actually mean? Okay, what does, like, green with envy? Okay, we said that's jealousy. But seeing red, now that's different to what we talked about with
Yeah,
romance.
that's true. What does seeing red mean?
Yeah.
So green, hope, and envy. So maybe hope in your country, Lenya, but I don't really think we associate it with hope. Maybe with luck, but not so much hope.
Tatiana, seeing red to be angry. Excellent.
Yeah, exactly. Similar to this, we can also say to black out. But blackout doesn't necessarily have to be with anger, but it means kind of you lose control. You don't really know what's happening. You just act and you don't really think.
Very good. Okay, very good. Okay. Florian says about green, nature, peaceful, feeling blue, depressed, and Deborah as well. Feeling blue, feeling sad.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes, absolutely.
Definitely.
What about, because Caesar and I asked about pink, tickled pink.
Yeah. What does tickle mean?
Yeah, true, actually. Tickle.
Yeah, so tickle is when normally when you touch somebody in certain places, for example, under their arms in their armpits, or maybe
Yeah,
the
or on their
bottom of
feet.
someone's feet, yeah, and they start laughing. Normally you do this with children. You tickle them.
Very good. Okay, Tatiana, to be white as a ghost means to be scared.
Exactly.
Very good. Now, Tatiana's saying to be pink, to be in love. That's not quite right, Tatiana. You're right that it's very positive. You're right that it's a positive thing. Okay. I think what we can do is, in fact, if we look, we can actually bring these up. So, to be green with envy is to be extremely jealous. To see red, and this is a good word, guys, is to be furious.
Exactly. And just
Okay,
remember
that's
the pronunciation here. So that you is you, not oo, like in French or in Italian, but furious. Furious.
Yeah. So it's that
Remember
kind
to
of
practice
y.
that.
When you say like yes, y, furious.
Exactly.
Okay. Feeling blue is to be sad or lonely.
Yep.
Okay. It's to be, yeah, so like someone said, like sad or depressed.
Yeah.
White as,
Hopefully you guys are not feeling blue now.
hopefully not, because it's not Monday anymore. Um,
Exactly.
white as a ghost, that means to be scared, for
Yep.
example. Okay. Tickle pink means to be, yeah, it means to be pleased or to be happy.
Yeah.
Okay, to be pleased or to be happy. And yeah, to be in a black mood is to be angry or to be depressed, for example.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Caesar, that word grumpy as well. That's a great one.
Ah, yes. So grumpy. Okay, if you guys think of and the Seven Dwarfs, you've got all those different emotions. You've got sleepy and dopey. And then you've got grumpy. Grumpy is the one that is always mad. That's always in a bad mood. He's like, I don't, leave me alone. He's grumpy.
Exactly. Yeah. So it's this kind of, it's like you are someone who's grumpy. It's like you're irritated and angry at the same time.
Exactly. And you're
It's,
very
it's, it,
irritable as well.
yeah. And it's almost like it's almost like your permanent state sometimes is that you're just,
Yeah.
your very nature is to be irritated or angry.
Exactly. And normally it's not just a momentary thing. It'll last, like, even if you're not always like that, maybe it's the whole day. You
Yeah.
wake up on the wrong side of the bed and you are grumpy for the whole day.
Oh, that's a good one. Wake up on the wrong side of the bed.
Exactly.
Means, yeah, to
So
wake up angry or in a bad mood.
yeah. So if somebody
That's
is being a little bit grumpy, you can say, "Ooh, somebody woke up on the wrong side of the bed." Oh, sorry,
absolute.
on the wrong side of the bed, not on the wrong side.
Oh, wrong. Wrong. Excuse me, guys. Typing
Like
too
if you
fast.
misinterpreted, a little bit of
Um,
xenophobia here.
okay. So, guys, thinking about some of these expressions now, maybe you guys can tell us um, a time that you were green with envy. Um, okay. I mean, I can think, for example, just because, for example, if I'm on Instagram and I
Yeah.
see people I know who are on holiday,
Oh yeah.
especially if they're in places that I really want to go, like California or India, that usually makes me green with envy. What about you, Caesar?
Yeah. I mean, I think it's pretty much the same for me, because that's one of my favorite things to do. To travel. So if I see anybody else is traveling, I automatically get green with envy.
Yeah, me too. And it's not like money or status, it's just where they are
Yeah. Exactly.
for me.
Yeah.
Um, when was the last time you saw red and what made you so angry? Let
Mm.
me think.
Yeah. That's a good question.
That's a good question. I think for me, it was just related to our current situation. It was when I saw that President Trump in the US
Yeah.
was referring to the coronavirus as the Chinese virus.
Oh yeah.
And I don't know why that made me very, very angry because
Yeah. It
we
struck a
should all
nerve with you.
it did, because we should all be working together at this
Yeah.
time. The virus doesn't care where you're from, it doesn't have a passport. It's just,
Exactly.
it's our common problem. And I don't know, that made me see red. What about you, Caesar? Have you seen
Yeah.
red recently?
I mean, maybe not recently, but yeah, that's a good point. I mean, because it's like it's 2020, we should be past that. You know what I mean? That kind of
Yes,
thing. But
absolutely.
anyway,
You would
uh,
hope so.
yeah, you would think so. You would hope so, but yeah. then there's reality. The last
Okay.
time I saw red, maybe at the beginning of this whole, thing, when this all started happening, and people were still out partying and basically bragging about the fact that they were outside and not scared and blah blah, while it was becoming a bigger problem, because I feel like had people not done that, maybe things wouldn't have gotten this bad. You know what I mean? Maybe it wouldn't have
Yeah.
lasted this long. But it was just really
Especially and especially
irresponsible.
seeing all those especially younger people saying, "Oh, I don't care. It only kills old people. It's not going to have an effect on me," for example.
Yeah, which is, I mean, come on, come on, guys. Like,
Yeah, we've all got grandparents.
yeah, exactly.
Crazy. The last time I felt blue, that was probably when I saw that they were going to extend the lockdown for another month.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I
That
second
that
that.
that, that made me feel pretty blue.
Yeah. I mean, for me, honestly, at the beginning, it didn't really hit me, but now it's, I mean, sometimes it hits me where I'm just kind of like, oh man, like I'm so bored and tired of this. I just need to, get out. You know what I mean? When is this gonna end? You know?
Yeah, it's becoming a drag.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a good word. A drag. What does that mean
Yeah,
exactly? What
if
is
something's a
drag?
drag, it just means that it's a kind of combination of boring and annoying at the same time.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
Because it's this
exactly.
idea of
Tatiana.
it's stopping you from moving along.
Exactly.
Yeah, so I'll just. Tatiana says, unfortunately, lately I feel blue very often because of the confinement. I live alone and don't have pet animals. Oh, well, Tatiana, don't worry, because you can join in our webinars and talk to us.
Exactly. And
Okay?
for pets, we don't really need to say pet animals because pets are animals. Hopefully.
Yeah, we can just say pets.
Yeah.
All right. Do you ever get in a black mood? I think I would say no. I think generally I try and stay quite positive.
Yeah.
I don't think I get in a black mood very often.
Yeah. I think for me it would be maybe, I mean, worst case, scenario, probably blue. Maybe not black though.
Yeah, I
Maybe
think
when I
that's
was
probably.
younger though, as a teenager.
I think so. I
But
think
I mean that, you know, when you're young and you're kind of figuring yourself out, figuring life out, it can be kind of tough.
yeah, it's true. You can get down quite a bit. Um, when were you tickled pink over something? Huh,
Oh gosh.
gosh, not
Uh
for a while.
yeah.
I,
Yeah. I haven't
I,
been
I, I,
tickled in a bit.
yeah, I'm not sure how to answer that one. For me, Caesar, have you got an example?
Uh last time I was tickled pink over something. Mm, not that I can remember. Not soon enough where I could remember. Um I don't know. No, not really. It's been a
No.
long year. It's been a very, very long year, and we're not even halfway through it. But
Yeah, March has lasted for about 13 years.
yeah, exactly.
And have you ever been white as a ghost?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I was sweeping, right, and we've got a couple.
Okay.
We've got two cats, and we've got a couple of cardboard boxes just around the house so that they can hang out in them, chill and sleep and whatever. They're obsessed with cardboard. And I didn't realize that one of my cats was inside of the cardboard box, and it's a pretty big cardboard box, so I couldn't even see her. And I'm sweeping, and she all of a sudden freaked out and just bolted outside of the cardboard box. I did not see the cat. All I saw was this black and white shadow just fly, in front of me, and
Oh my
I freaked out.
God.
Yeah.
I can bet. And you were white as a ghost, I bet, at that
Oh,
moment.
absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah, bolted is a really good word. It means that you ran away very fast.
Yeah, exactly. Like a lightning bolt.
Yeah, and it usually means that you did it suddenly, like
Yeah,
almost like without any warning.
exactly. Like I booked it. It's another
All
one.
right. Yeah. So guys, what we're going to do here is just to
Ooh,
give you an example is match up these words to make these color phrases. And if possible, can you tell us what they mean?
exactly. Example, black sheep. What is a black sheep?
Yeah, exactly, guys. So match up the phrases and if possible, tell us what you think they mean. Okay. So again, we know that what happens usually is that nobody says anything and then the comments fly through.
Yeah, exactly. I was white as a ghost when I was a child when I did something wrong. Oh man.
Yes. Oh, that's maybe that's from school days, maybe.
Yeah.
Tatiana says,
Ooh, an outsider. Yes. Very
yeah,
nice
very
word.
nice. Yeah, and also from Deborah.
Yes, exactly. Different from others.
Very good. Yeah, different from others, an outsider. Fantastic. Very good. So, yeah, it's like, for example, if in your family, maybe everyone in your family is a doctor, but you decide to be a teacher, for example, that would
Yeah,
make you the black sheep of the family.
exactly.
Because it doesn't always have to be super negative. It can be more, it can be almost kind of an ironic expression.
Yeah, of course.
Even if you, because you could be a very, very, very successful teacher and have a great life, but you just kind of jokingly say, oh yeah, all my family are doctors, I'm a teacher, so I guess I'm the black sheep of the family.
Yeah,
Green thumb. So Tatiana says good. So Tatiana, remember in English, good at. Okay, good at gardening.
exactly.
Very good. Okay, yeah, and that's right. Exactly. And usually we say to have, it's something that you have. You have a green thumb. What about white lie? Who wants to try that one? What does it mean if you tell someone a white lie? What do you think?
Green thumb when someone loves plants. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
And they're good
absolutely.
at it, usually too. And just remember, everybody, that B at the end of thumb is just decoration. It explains the meaning of the word.
Yeah, thumb.
Yeah. So a little white lie.
Very good. Okay. White lie. Who wants to? Because again, I know that the comments sometimes take a minute to come through, but a white lie is a lie with good intentions.
Exactly. And normally
So
we add the word little in front of it. We say a
yes,
little white lie.
absolutely. So if someone if someone tells you, if your friend says, is my new haircut good? And actually you think the haircut is terrible, but you don't want your friend to be sad or offended, so you tell them yes, that would be a white lie.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's a lie that is told to protect someone's feelings, to stop them from being upset or angry, for example.
Exactly. Or for example, teenagers usually tell their parents little white lies. For example, hey, where are you going? I'm going to hang out with Frank.
Very good. And Ilenia says, white lie is used to justify a little. Yeah, that's a good way of explaining it. Yeah,
To
it
justify
justifies.
exactly.
Very good. Very good. Red-handed. Okay, I think
Aha.
somebody, Tatiana says, yeah, it's guilty, but it's a bit more specific than that, isn't it, Caesar?
Yeah. I caught you red-handed, we normally say. To catch someone red-handed. Or to
Yeah,
get caught red-handed.
yeah, exactly. It's the idea that you actually see the person at the moment they do something wrong.
Exactly.
So, you walk in on them, you actually, for example, if they're stealing money, you walk into the room and you see them putting the money in the bag.
Exactly. So you catch them in the act, we can say.
Absolutely.
Or we can also
Tatiana,
say their hands in the cookie jar. That's another way to say the same thing.
or as you can say in British English, Caesar, the biscuit tin.
Oh, the biscuit in the cookie jar. I love that.
Yeah, that's our version of it. So Tatiana says blue-blooded, related to royal family. Yeah, that's almost it, Tatiana. It did originally mean that, but now it just means that you are wealthy or aristocratic. Okay, it means the kind of the top or ruling class in a society.
Yeah.
And it comes from, but it does come from, you're right, Tatiana, it comes from Spain, where the royal family had the kind of wealthy and upper class people had very pale skin because they didn't have to work outside doing physical labor. And people could see their veins under their skin. And because they look blue under the skin, that's why we say blue-blooded.
Ah.
Whereas the people working outside, the majority of people, the peasants, they had much darker skin because they were working in the sun.
Makes sense.
And so our last one is when we talk about in English, when we talk about a gray area.
Yeah.
Okay, again, who wants to maybe give us, what do we mean when we talk about in English, when we talk about when something, if we say something is a gray area, what do we mean?
Exactly. Oh, and I think it's really interesting that on the slide, gray is spelt one way, and Tatiana wrote it the other way. So what's the difference between these two, Liam?
So yeah, so Tatiana, you've spelled gray with the American spelling, okay? Whereas gray with an E is the British spelling.
Exactly.
And yeah, it's so Tatiana says something uncertain. Deborah says something we don't know so much. Yeah, it's. I would say it's unclear.
Yeah.
And
Usually
Caesar,
morally speaking as well.
that's exactly
Normally
what
in
I
the
was going to
context of
say.
moral.
That's exactly what I was going to say. Usually morally or ethically.
Yeah. So for example.
Or sorry, Caesar, or legally.
Yeah. Ah, yes, or legally. So
Yeah,
morally, ethically, or legally. Yeah, absolutely. So it's when you technically you can do something, but should you?
exactly.
You know?
Yeah. Or if they say, it's like, you can imagine some big, like these big corporations saying, oh, is paying our taxes in this country legal? And they say, it's a gray area. No one's sure, but technically it's okay.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, guys. Unfortunately, it looks like we've run out of time. But thank you very much for being such an interactive audience and for contributing so much. It's really, really helpful, isn't it, Caesar?
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you so much, guys. We really, you guys make all the difference.
You do. It really makes things a lot easier. So well done. And you all did very well. You all gave really good answers and examples.
Absolutely. So remember, go ahead and try incorporating these into your English. Try practicing these. Maybe in your next focus, you can, use it somehow.
Absolutely. Really good. It's always good, not just to understand the meaning of them, we got to practice using them too. All right, guys,
Exactly.
thanks very much and have a great day.
Thank you guys. Bye bye.
Bye, guys.